Thanks for stopping by. I'm Digital Micro. You're on the Digital Micro Trading Journal channel. Day trading for ROI payout. No trade recommendations. It's just my trade journal. We're going to talk about price action, order flow for Monday, 4/3/2023. New week, open gap. It's a new day, a new week, a new month. We'll look at price action, imbalances, draws on liquidity, order flow levels. So let's get to the charts. 24-hour chart for the MES S&P 500 micros. So we've got 4 fair value gaps that I'm aware of here on the 24-hour that I want to point out that are on my roadmap. So number 1 here in green, yellow, number 2, and this red up here. This is the February 16th fair value gap, and this cyan colored that goes into the red February 16th fair value gap. This is the new week open gap for April 3rd. Down here with the red line is last Friday's RTH open. We've already tagged the volume weighted average price of last Friday with this candle wick. And I'm just watching for the 8:30 and 9:30 pivots, see how we do for the initial balance for the RTH, and then call it a day. It's a short week because of the holiday, but I'm still going to look at being active for 4 days, mostly in observation mode and maybe working with a scout team runner. Let's go to the next chart with 60 minutes. 60-minute chart. So R1 up here at 44.75, 45.75. And again, here is our new week open gap with a lot more details. So this was Friday here where the blue dot is. And this is post RTH close on Friday. And then here is the open. So you can see here we definitely had a gap. So this is a fair value gap, this yellow square. And you can see here since the Europe pivot, so this 3 a.m., 4 a.m. New York time, these are the pivots of Asia going to Europe and then the consequent encroachment. So the price bars have violated this fair value gap already a little bit, not by much, but we have really stayed below the high of the new week open gap. So price is respecting that. Below here is the pivot, 41.20. We're looking at a 16 handle range for Globex. Let's go to the 15-minute. The 15-minute bellwether, a lot more detail on this chart. So volume imbalance on this red, and the red volume imbalance gap that has already been encroached on by Europe. So you can see here where that is, and then this new week open gap here. Here we have it. And then below that, we've got a fair value gap, and that fair value gap comes in right here about an hour, 45 minutes, let's call it, before the close on Friday. That's when it was formed. So you can see here, Asia Globex was successful in getting down here. They didn't break it though. So far, this has been an inversion gap and it's held for support. And bulls want to continue upward on Monday is break this new week open gap here, and do that they need to get 41.40 and above. And of course the top was 41.4250 last week. So that's where we're at right now. I've got the 4 a.m., the 3 a.m. levels for New York time. You can see here the Europe pivot is this bar right here, and it's respecting here the boundaries of this new week open gap. It won't go below, it won't go above, and we're in the equilibrium zone, and that comes in at 41.33. All right, I'll do a quick one on the Renko. It's not really something to see with any action. The 15-minute is the key. And then just one last thing, I want to go to the strength that hits below on the order flow on the 15. You can see here, no supply. So since Europe's pivot, it's all been about the buy hits happening, and they've been stronger. And then the last hour, they've let the demand on the buys go, and we've got a little bit of sell coming in, but not so much. Again, the delta here is minus 54, and up here on this last one was 184. So that is a week basically sell. I think buyers are in control as we get close to the open. And let's go to the last chart. So CN colored new week open gap, and you can see here when we opened that we opened here way down, and how we closed. See how we were just completely crazy on this upper Blue Keltner ride on last Friday. It just stayed that way for a full hour all the way to the last print and closed above it. And then we opened with this gap down. And you can see all of Globex for Monday has been respecting. Now, I will say we do have a sell algo right here, but again, all these little green dots throughout Asia just show there's been strong buying whenever we got down here. We're not even near the pivot at 14.1975, 14.20. Right now, we're like in the middle of this new week open gap. So that's basically a wrap. I don't have any signal that's making me want to buy or sell right here on any of the charts. So I'm just watching, and I want to see how we open, and I'm going to be active just for the golden hour of the initial balance for maybe the first 2 hours, and then call it a day. That's it. Take care. Aloha.